I got two stocks for you guys on this video that I believe will pump a lot very aggressively throughout 2025 as Bitcoin begins to recover from the recent dip. It's a great buying opportunity, in my opinion, and I don't think this window will be open for long. So these stocks will not be as discounted as they are now very, very soon. So these are stocks to buy ASAP. There's two of them here. I'm going to show you guys right now. First of all, right, I'm going to keep things super, super basic. I'm going to give you guys the exact fundamentals that is causing these stocks to be a great buy. And I am not going to water it down with a bunch of technical analysis. I'm going to keep it super simple, starting with the Bitcoin supply and demand, because these two stocks are both Mara and MSTR. As you guys can see, right, currently Bitcoin has dipped quite a bit, but we have right here the circulating supply in yellowish orange is decreasing over time. Not as much Bitcoin is being pushed out there, as much as it is, and it keeps going down over time, right? But at the same time, you have an increasing appetite, right, for Bitcoin. So the remaining supply in red is the amount of Bitcoin that is being taken out by circulation, also known as buying Bitcoin, holding Bitcoin. This is from states, governments, companies. It does not matter. It keeps going down. And just recently, it had another dip right here. So as there's less Bitcoin being created, more Bitcoin is being taken out of supply or taken out of circulation, more than is being created. So the supply and demand is super, super strong, right? But now to keep it simple, right? I'm going to show you guys the Bitcoin chart. And you know what? Forget all of this, all of these notes I have over here. I'm gonna keep it super simple. We're just gonna do a naked chart here. I'm gonna show you guys first with Bitcoin why these two stocks are a great buy. All right, so on the bigger picture, right, we have a big rally that eventually topped out, very massive rally from below 20,000 all the way back here, continued rallying all the way up to $70,000, right? And then it had quite a long term consolidation. This lasted quite a bit, but it had consolidation right afterwards in order to factor in the big move up, right? So this is super healthy. And during this time, we've had continued adoption of Bitcoin. The foundation that all of these companies and states, governments that are continuing to buy Bitcoin and holding on to them is creating a very strong foundation for Bitcoin to stabilize in and then push up higher. So after the big rally, we stabilized and then we had another big rally and now we're stabilizing once again. The thing is though that this time the foundation is much, much more strong than in that previous consolidation stage that I just showed you guys. So right now the price is factoring in this big move up while at the same time growing and much more aggressively the foundation that I just mentioned with Bitcoin. But there is something very, very interesting, right? There has been quite a few things that happened recently that, in my opinion, does not truly affect or shouldn't affect Bitcoin in the way it's affecting it now. It's still a fairly new asset, and you have a lot of fear, just a lot of fear that's caused by, a lot of professionals and retail investors that are not as fully educated as Bitcoin because maybe they just got into it recently. So you have a big sell off happening, right? From tariff news, inflation, interest rate news, the Bybit hack, all of this is causing weakness, right? But if you consider the overall stage, right, is if we're moving sideways and we've been moving sideways pretty well for a while, and then we have a pretty big break of structure right here to the downside due to reasons that, in my opinion, does not justify um, a move like this. And it's purely due to emotions, right? So if you have an asset that is moving down purely due to emotion when it should be trending up higher, like it was previously just before the Bybit hack, it's a great time to be buying, right? And guess what? For example, let's start off with Mara first. When you look at Mara, right, you have something. a stock that is highly focused on Bitcoin, just like MSTR is now. But this stock was stabilizing and it was starting to respect. It was respecting this long-term moving average quite a bit, and at the same time was starting to respect the first retracement area right here. But due to, again, emotion being a little bit too strong in the markets, causing the price to break down a lot, it now pushed the price down aggressively, well below that, not moving average, the support line, the ascending support line, well below this, making this such a strong buying opportunity, also represented by the RSI. So if Bitcoin finally decides that, hey, this isn't a reason for the price to be down here anymore, and it pushes back up, just like a lot of people, not just myself, are expecting Bitcoin to pump up, not just back to 100K, but make a new all-time high multiple times this year, all the way to like 150,000, excuse me, 200,000. And if that's what most likely will happen due to the supply and demand, due to all the adoption going on, due to more states in the US continuing to buy and aggressively buying from companies as well, when you have that happening in the background, and then you have a stock like this that's highly influenced by Bitcoin that got pushed down because of just purely emotions and no real fundamental reason, creates such a strong opportunity. These prices, well below $15 on Mara, is absolutely insane. This stock won't just be soon back in the 20s, but very easily later this year, soon, it can be back in the 30s. Mara is an incredible buy, in my opinion, at these levels. Amazing buy. And same with MSTR, right? So MSTR, I had to change up the structure a little bit because due to, again, emotion, no real reason why this should be happening with Bitcoin, which is also why I believe there will be a quick recovery to the upside very soon. It's creating such a strong buying opportunity for MSTR as well. If you look at this stock, right? We were holding this imbalance area as support very well, and we were holding it. We were starting to show signs. So if like I zoom in even closer, we were starting, guys, to show signs that it was getting ready to pump up. Next thing you know, Bybit hack, causing a lot of fear, which I don't really completely understand how this can affect it this way. But it started wanting to go higher, and it did. It pushed up a little higher, and then fear came up with the Bybit hack, and bam, it just dropped a whole ton, breaking below this. And I did create a new supportive area that it is now trading in, based off of these, these lower lows and lower highs that we've been forming as of this moment right here, this range. And again, MSTR and Mara are just incredibly discounted. It's $50 below 300 when this stock easily can be back up into the 400s and even 500s very soon. Bitcoin is not going to stay suppressed, in my opinion, sub 90, sub 100 for that long, because those background fundamentals are going to pick back up, and the price is just going to go back to where it should be. And it's going to reflect on both Mara and MSTR. I'm not going to get into like the technical details of each candle and what they're telling me or anything. I'm just being super basic by saying we've seen a big move up. We've been consolidating sideways, showing strength. Like there's no link to it really. Emotional selling, massive emotional selling going on, causing Mara, Bitcoin, MSTR to fall to incredible discounted levels. Like even the RSI on MSTR is so discounted. Guys, in my opinion, MSTR, super great buying opportunity at these levels. Mara, amazing buying opportunities in these levels. And Bitcoin, oh, you guys already know, I'm buying BITU to take advantage of Bitcoin when it finally goes back up and breaks past $100,000 once again, guys. I don't believe this opportunity is going to be here for very long. We can potentially see these discounted levels continue to trade leading into March. And then March, the first half of March, I would not be surprised if we see a corrective break of structure, pushing all these assets back up to previous levels all the way. It's just there's no reason to be feared out. Nothing has changed fundamentally. It's all everything that's happened is pure emotion and fear. So the recovery will happen soon. I think it really will, and I'm gonna keep loading up at these discounted levels until the price pumps back up. There's no reason we're gonna stay down here for very long. Just like there's no reason that we should be in these levels in the first place. Either way, things are gonna pick back up, guys. So MSTR, Mara, amazing buying opportunities. Bitcoin as well. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this video and take care.